I wonder how much you enjoy numbers. Perhaps you've been opening the numbered doors on an advent calendar, or are gradually lighting the 5 candles on the Advent wreath. And speaking of 5, there will be choirs endlessly singing 5 gold rings as they perform the 12 days of Christmas. This Advent has seen the publication of numbers from the UK 2021 census, and much has been made of the less than 50% who identified themselves as Christian. Although those figures say nothing about the number who desire their parish church to remain, or the number who are thankful for those community places of good news, justice and belonging initiated and supported by Christians. A census was part of that first Christmas, Joseph and Mary travelling to Bethlehem to be recorded, and it's there that the life-changing, world-changing event of God coming to earth as a tiny vulnerable baby takes place. Yet despite the crowds in Bethlehem, the numbers turning up to see were seemingly poor. A few shepherds, a few animals, no doubt a few distant relations in Joseph's hometown. And then some days later, a few astrologers from the east, perhaps 3. Although let's not forget the multitude of angels. And by the way, the 2021 census didn't reference that unchanging number of the heavenly host. Yet Christmas is about something immeasurable, love, and God who is love, overwhelming, mysterious love which cannot be measured. Years after the Bethlehem birth, only a small number stood at the cross when Jesus Christ was crucified, and 3 days later, just a small number encountered him alive again. Yet here is love greater than even death itself. But I'm not dismissing numbers or merely being defensive about census data, because the census figures do present a challenge to every child, young person and adult who identifies as a Christian. A challenge about how we listen to people's stories and speak our own story and the hope of Jesus Christ within it. How we speak and live Christ's love in those food banks, toddler groups, schools, sports clubs, events for the elderly, engagement with the climate crisis, etc., etc. This Christmas, many people will come to church buildings, halls and schools to engage with the Christmas story through various services, nativity plays and events. I hope we will capture all those numbers. But then what? How will we go on living and sharing the story of Christ's hope and love amid the daily lives of children, young people and adults? In the mundane, the celebration, the pain and struggle, and incidentally, not seeing it all about finding ways to get more people into church buildings on a Sunday. I confess all this does take me back to 5 gold rings, because this week I noticed that the 5 commitments of our life together are visually presented as 5 interlocking rings of commitment, and they are all about how we better live and share that story of God with us. New ways of worshipping in different places which connect with more people, investing in young people to explore and grow in faith, our commitment to the just flourishing of people and place, a commitment to diverse leadership, and of course our growing as everyday disciples, which is about our everyday lives beyond Christmas. Thank you for sharing in this life together across the many different places of our diocese. Let us rejoice this Christmas with countless angels as we speak and sing of the mystery of God, who is love come to earth. And may we go on offering connection to that continuing story long after the 3 wise men have left the room. The 2021 census reminds us that there are millions of people who have not yet peered into the crib and encountered the face of God, who is love. May our longing for that to change fire us as our hearts are set on fire with love for God. Happy Christmas, and thank you.